Ashamed to admit, man enough to say, I started a new character. I know, but let me explain. I was just finishing up my first video when I got a DM from one of my buddies over Discord. It went a little something like this. Hey, I'm new too, been looking for someone to play with if you're down. Bet, are you playing on the anniversary realm? Yes. Dude, what? Well, fine then or whatever, I'll just do this. If you can remember from the last video, or if this is the first one you're watching, the goals are still the same. Hit the max level for every race, max out every skill in the game, play every class, attempt to max out gear for every character, and lastly make a friend via the game. Look at my guy, dressed to impress. Anyways, after all that, I'm done killing wolves and I moved on to the Cobalt Vermin. Personally, I think these guys would be a dope race to play in Classic Plus, if that ever happens. I beg it does, cause imagine one of these guys being a warrior or a paladin makes me giggle a bit. Littlest guy with the big shield and sword, that's the true image of a fighter. Or it's the horrific cousin of the gnomes, which wouldn't be too far-fetched. After turning in my quests, picking up new ones for Marshall, and getting my new class skill, I went back out to keep slicing and dicing kobolds. But you might have noticed, I have two quests, one involving red bandanas. One of my most favorite parts about World of Warcraft is the attention to detail. The description you get from the quests mentions a group called the Defias Brotherhood, and how you can tell it's the group is if they have masks. And when you arrive at the little getaway spot across the river, you find that they're scarlet red. That's the only breadcrumb of information you get about them until you make it out of the starting zone, and I won't spoil the whole story yet, but I will tell you progressively as I quest, cause honestly, coolest story that this game has. Coming back to be rewarded for my questing, I grab 3 new quests. Kill more kobolds, get the head of Gedrick, and help a lady steal back some of her picked berries that the Brotherhood group took while overrunning her farm. And these quests were about the same as the last batch, except the berry retrieval one, when some poor lady began running at me with people hot on her tail, and then just stopped and stood there confused in front of me. I attacked one of the people so she wouldn't die, and still she stood there dumbfounded, until something clicked in her head and she started to cast a fireball. After my final quest turn in for this place, I'm given a scroll that proves I'm more than capable to help people now that I've finished my work in Northshire and have been sent south to help in Goldshire next. Oh shoot, you're telling me your buddy can get me discounted prices on drinks? That's a deal, I'll take your message straight to them. Ah yes, water for the road. Being almost 3 to 5 levels over most of the things I need to kill here is why I chose this place. I can't remember when I heard it, but if you want to level faster, aim for green quests. They give less XP, yes, but at which the rate you finish them makes it more than worth it over doing yellow or orange ones. But there's not much I could do to explain this place. I feel like it lacks story lore and spends most of the time doing quests that involve some sort of alcohol, which I totally get. Dwarves and rum, that just makes sense. But I can only make beer jokes for so long before I run out of things for my script. So I had 2 choices, try to make an entertaining time lapse of this place or skip it all. So logically, and boom, now we're in Karnas. Now I can tell you the truth of why I sped through leveling. The night my buddy DM'd me about playing together, he was level 10. My goal was to get as close to it as I could before he got on the next day so we could quest together. So, say hello to Growth Defect, who is level 13? Oh man. We still quested together and did as much as we could, but after doing it for a while, we noticed that the XP gains were really low, like 3 XP per kill. So after we finished our first session of warcraft, which was basically questing all of Elwyn Forest, we got off for the night. We also decided it would be better not to quest together until we were closer in levels, which I totally get. Warcraft was definitely thinking I was getting power leveled, so they had to reduce how much XP I'd get to balance out the speed at which we were killing things, and completing quests. But man, it's 5 levels, it can't be that bad. I know I said it last video, but I must say it again. Loch Bredan is one of the best places to quest in my opinion because of the cozy atmosphere. The mountains surrounding a quiet and peaceful lake with massive trees sprinkled about for that little bit of extra pizzazz. And the quests here are just straightforward. Kill everything. Especially the quest where you cross over the lake to hunt more animals. I'm a big fan of quests like these. But just overall in general, I was so peaceful here that I hopped on a call with one of my other bros and just talked to him while I killed crocodiles.
Oh, as soon as this game's on sale again, you gotta get it. This could be so much fun. You know what? I'll go all in on 17 black one time. Nope, 31 black. Going back to red.
And if you're wondering what game he was talking about, it's Gamble with Friends. Of course, I started this place by grabbing all the quests I could. A letter to Stormwind, I'll do that later, kill some Defias people and receive some bandanas as proof, and begin snooping for evidence on where the Brotherhood hideout is. And this quest specifically sends us on a chase for lore. I'll explain my baby hand grasp on the story while I kill some animals for Westfall stew. After the First War, Stormwind City was left in ruins, so the king hired a group called the Stone Masons, led by Edwin Van Cleef, to rebuild the destroyed city with a promise of compensation. But after all their work, they never got paid. They were instead banished from the kingdom. Filled with vengeance, which I totally get, Edwin began to put together a plan on how to take revenge on the kingdom, building up a group eventually called the Defias Brotherhood. They were soon to set their plans in motion before we, the people we're playing, invade their secret hideout and quell the faction before they could destroy Stormwind, saving Westfall from its captivity of the Brotherhood too in the process. And now that we know the story, it's off to the Deadmines. The lineup we got going is me DPSing because I don't have the gear to tank yet, Gawajwa as DPS, Sermon as our healer, Castilian, our two-handed tank, and Buttplug. Yeah, I wonder what was going through their head when they made their character. Oh, and we kinda eviscerated Van Cleef. I don't have the quest to retrieve his head yet, so I didn't get any awesome quest rewards, but since I enjoy running Deadmines so much, I did it another 5 times, dinging level 20 on my 5th run, and finally getting this guy's head for my sweet, sweet pants. And revenge. But the pants. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoy the video. I promise I'm going to get to level 70 this time before I start a new character. I'll catch y'all in the next one.